Salute to Momo Z. Don't tell no lies about me. I won't tell no lies about you. I usually wait for more people to arrive, but if y'all interested, you can watch this back after the live. I just want to jump right into this. So, the Kendrick versus Drake battle, it went down, it took place, and I personally feel like Kendrick Lamar won. You know what I mean? In the beginning, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that when Kendrick made a response, or when Kendrick took like one of the first shots in this battle, with the verse from "I Like That," I was just like, oh boy, you know what I mean? But I ain't really think too much of it. I ain't really think a beef was going to, I didn't think a battle was going to ensue. So when Drake finally responded, J. Cole responded first, and then J. Cole apologized the next day. And then when Drake finally responded with push-ups, and I was just like, oh, all right. And he kind of antagonized and agitated Kendrick Lamar and told him to come on outside and like, nah, nigga, you're going to have to rap and all that. And even Drake even used the Tupac AI, the Snoop AI, and which I thought on a battle level, I thought it was creative. You know, I thought it was creative just on a battle level because I knew what Drake's strategy was at that time. So I ain't really have a problem with the strategy, and I was just like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, Kendrick just did that. I like that verse, and he ain't gonna come out. And then boom, he came out with Euphoria, and I was just like, oh, when I heard Euphoria, I was like, it was a rap. It was a rap after that. It was just too much. Lyrically, it was just too much. So fast forward, here we are, June 20th? June 21st, 2024, 2 days after Kendrick Lamar performed at the Forum to one of the most historical hip-hop events I ever seen on television, especially it being attributed to the battle. And then shout out to LaQuasha in the building. And then you made a good point right there, LaQuasha, saying Kendrick was dressed like Pac was on the Source Award, killed Drake and took his soul. Drake had to pay for that. There's a lot of people saying that Kendrick Lamar was dressing like Drake in the Hotline Bling video. So, and especially when Kendrick was doing that slow dance, there was a lot of people saying that shit. But anyway, Kendrick Lamar had that dope performance, that dope lineup from the people with DJ Head, and he brought out all those local acts or people that was on or that was, trying to get in the industry or was in the industry, people that was known. I wasn't familiar with everybody there. I was familiar with a few of them, such as YG, the brother, what's his name, Roddy Ricch, of course, DJ Mustard, Ty Dolla Signs, and the Black Hippies and stuff like that. So when I'm just looking at the battle, I'm just like, yo. I said the battle. When I'm looking at the concert, I'm just like, yo. When Kendrick finally came out and he performed Euphoria, I just felt like I was there, and I totally wish I was there. And just to fast forward so I can get to the point of this video, when it was all said and done, LaQuasha says Kendrick made him pay for rapping like you trying to free the slave by ending him on the Juneteenth. In fact, that's a fact. So after it was all said and done, the next day, or not even the next day, just later on in that line, online, especially on Twitter, aka X, or X, aka Twitter, there was a lot of people just nitpicking, a lot of people. I have a cousin who's a strong fan of Kendrick Lamar. Who's a strong fan of Drake. And I didn't realize that he would be somewhat biased to what's going on. This is a battle. So everybody is nitpicking everything that Kendrick Lamar did. People saying that Kendrick Lamar disrespected the Juneteenth by doing an event on Juneteenth and dedicating it, uniting all the gangs, and then dedicating an entire show to destroy a black man. That was the narrative being painted. That was the narrative being painted. And some people might look at it like, yo, that's only about a handful of people. That might be bots. No, there's people out there that actually think that. My cousin is one of them. And there's other people out there that actually think that. People that I may follow. These are not bots. These are real human beings. But these people are real Drake fans. They're real Drake fans. Revolutionary says, on Juneteenth in Oakland, California, 13 people got shot on Tupac Ave at Lake Merritt. That's a damn shame. And, you know, that's a shame, bro. That's a real shame, man. And that's a shame. And I'm going to get into that. So I'm just looking at people nitpicking. They were saying like, yo, there's a bunch of Mexicans in the audience at Kendrick Lamar's concert. There was a bunch of white people there. And they was basically saying there wasn't no black people in the audience, only on stage. And I was just like, yo, y'all niggas is nitpicking at everything. And a lot of people feel like Kendrick Lamar ruined Juneteenth. Like he ruined it. Some people called him a sellout. Some people just like, yo, they called him a culture vulture for exploiting Juneteenth and doing all this other shit. First of all, you know, salute to New Edge Designs. My opinion on Juneteenth is harsh. Because we're talking, let me put it like this before I even say why it's harsh. Let me put it like this. If you was in a relationship with a female, or if a female was in a relationship with a man, and this man constantly forced this female just to do things against her will that she ain't want to do. Even made her go out there and fight his battles. Go out there and fight those people next door. And you just go out there and fight those people next door. I don't give a damn that you by yourself. Go out there and fight them people next door. Even if you win or lose, don't come back here dead, but just go out there and fight them people. If you do die, I'll find me another girlfriend type shit. And then she comes back after fighting. He forces her to do this, forces her to clean that, forces her to do sexual things. It just forces her against her will. She's very unhappy. She wants to escape, but she's scared. But for some reason, she's scared to escape, scared to be a runaway girlfriend. This is all metaphorically speaking, so I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. But then he decides to, make up, you know what? I'm going to free you. You know what? You're free. From this day forth, you're free. Go on about your business. So she goes on about her business and shit like that. But not forgetting the trauma that he inflicted on her. The damage. The pain. The violence. You know what I mean? All this stuff that she put on him. And she just goes on, and next year she celebrates her freedom. Oh, this is the day my boyfriend let me go. After he done abused you, took you from your family, he did a lot of trifling shit to you, and you're just celebrating that. Meanwhile, this dude's still living. This dude is still living. He's still chilling. He's still building his empire. He's building other homes. He got other people, other women and shit like that. And meanwhile, the only thing you do every year is just celebrate the day your boyfriend allowed you to go free. Do anybody get what I'm saying? Like, what would you do? That's how I look at Juneteenth, bro. That's just me personally. So to be real straight up and blatant and blunt about what I'm saying is just like it was enslaved people forced to do slavery work, forced to do harsh work, forced to do things against their will. Forced in the militaries, forced in just doing things that they wasn't supposed to do. And then a general comes around and just like, yo, I need you to let them go. This happens in Texas. I need you to let these people be free. Let these slaves be free. But only these people know. Only these particular slaves know. Meanwhile, elsewhere, there's other slaves who didn't get the message, who didn't get the note. And they're still slaving. So these people go off like, yo, we're free, we're free, we're free. But yet these same people that enslaved you, they still make it hard for you. For the next centuries, all the way up until this day. They ended up building up their motherfucking empire. which is called the government, which is called politics, which is called America at this point. And these same type of people, their forefathers, did what they did to you, and now the descendants give the descendants of slaves a holiday. I guess y'all still don't understand what I'm saying. So they give them a holiday, and then we celebrating every year that these white people who enslaved us and decided to free us, now we're just celebrating because they allowed us to go. They allowed us to get freedom. They allowed us to go into this world like it was all peaceful and harmony, and like soon as you let us go, that we was just going to take off and just become rich and wealthy and own acres of land and own everything just like them. No. So they go on and now we celebrate Juneteenth. And now you got black people criticizing Kendrick Lamar for what he did on a Juneteenth event, saying that there was white people there and all this other shit and all this other stuff that was there, and he was a sellout and all this other shit. Meanwhile, all these artists, a lot of people engage white people on a daily basis, do business with white people on a daily basis, go to their schools on a daily basis, go to their, go seek jobs from them on a daily basis. And now when Kendrick has a concert to make money and also to do what he's doing, he's a sellout because white people are there. This just makes no sense, the way black people just nitpick, and a lot of black people, not all of them, I should say, and just nitpick things without seeing the big picture and realize the shit that you're saying sounds ridiculous. So the white people enslaved you, and then they freed you, and then some centuries later, they decide to give you a holiday. I don't even want to get into that shit, man. It's just too much for me, bro. That's just too much for me. It's not something that I celebrate, because we shouldn't have been enslaved in the first place. We shouldn't have been enslaved in the first place, and we shouldn't be celebrating what exactly? Celebrating what exactly? What we doing? What we doing? The dude Righteous just came on here and said that there was 13 people who got shot on. I didn't even know there was a street called Tupac Ave. I don't know if that was true or not, but I didn't even realize that. But motherfuckers got shot. So what Kendrick Lamar did on that stage was unite gangs, Bloods, Crips, Hoovers, and all these other people that was out there. These type of things develop because these people been holding us back mentally. They fucked us up, brainwashed us, and we got indoctrinated with a whole bunch of bullshit. And Kendrick knows that because Kendrick is a conscious MC. The same thing like Tupac. Tupac knows that. He was born in a revolutionary family. He's truly a conscious MC. He's very conscious of what's going on. This is why he made songs like White Man's World, made songs like Crazy, made songs like Keep Your Head Up, Me Against the World, So Many Tears, etc. This is why he made these kind of songs, bro. Because we endured what we endured in this fucking country from those particular people. And when they give us a holiday, we want to celebrate. There ain't shit to celebrate when we ain't got what they got. And they ain't gonna allow us to get what we got. But one way we can get it, if we unify. So that's what Kendrick Lamar was trying to display on that stage. Like, yo, y'all niggas gotta stop killing each other. We are so fucking powerful. We are a powerful fucking people. Y'all niggas killing each other over colors. Streets that you don't even fucking own. Sets and shit like that. This is the same shit Tupac was talking about on the song Crazy. Bloods and Crips running up the hill looking for a better way. My brothers and sisters, it's time to build, because even thug niggas pray. This the shit that Pac was talking about. So when Kendrick Lamar tries to do that, people saying he's a sellout and people saying like, yo, he's doing all this shit to destroy a black man. And this goes to show you that a lot of people don't know what battling is, nor do they listen to the context or the content of what's being said. He said everything what he said about Drake, that was some real shit. He was just telling Drake like, yo, like, stop doing what you doing. Lil Wayne told Drake a long time ago that's like, yo, bro, stick to, making songs about women and this, that, and the third. Don't, Lil Wayne told Drake, don't talk the shit I talk. Don't get involved in that type of shit. But later on, he got involved in that type of shit. He got money for that. You know, he got money for that type of shit. Shit, everybody fucking doing it. Everybody want to be thug because they taking from Tupac. They taking a portion of what the thug that Tupac presented, but not the other aspect of it. Not the other aspect of it, like of what the thug that Tupac was. Code of Thug Life is an example. Tupac going after the gangster disciples or the black disciples. I swear I got to get that shit straight. You know, standing up to them. Tupac took stances. That's thug life. The hate you gave little infants fucks everybody. It wasn't this shit that Drake and all these other motherfuckers want to portray. This fake thug shit. And motherfuckers making money off Tupac's clothing called Thug Life and shit like that. Tupac Street and Grand Avenue at Lake Merritt, Oakland, California. All right. M. Madison says they didn't give it as a holiday, but you have that day aside for remembering what your ancestors went through. Exactly. Remembering what your ancestors went through. Remembering what your ancestors went through. And then you say they didn't give it as a holiday. And I can't agree with you. I disagree with you on that, because June 19th, everything was, you know, federal building, state where I work at, the shit was closed. So if all that shit is closed and they're talking about it on the news, and if you got President Biden who signed the motherfucker shit, the shit is a holiday. So yeah, they gave black people a holiday, bro. Just like they gave you Martin Luther King Day. Just like they gave you Black History Month. They keep giving us shit so we can remember what our ancestors went through. So if you want to give us holidays and you want to give us shit, and you know we had a harsh history, you know our ancestors went through some shit, then you owe reparations. You truly owe reparations. Don't give a fucking holiday, because if you're giving a holiday to admit, like, yo, that was some foul shit, then give us reparations so we can catch the fuck up with y'all. Give us reparations. Because we ain't going to go to war with them. That right there, we're beat. In my opinion, we're truly beat. These niggas have all type of weaponry for days, bro. All type of technology for days. But yeah, they definitely gave you that holiday. Legally, they gave you that holiday. And if we gonna remember what our ancestors went through, then that doesn't mean you celebrate that shit, bro. There ain't nothing to celebrate what somebody went through. That's some painful shit. How can you celebrate that? But it does say in Juneteenth that you're supposed to celebrate, educate, and then agitate. Agitate means to incite, to start some shit. I don't see the agitation. I see the celebration, and I see some slight education, but I don't see the agitation. I don't see nobody agitating motherfuckers. Not like that, on that kind of level. That's what you're supposed to do. These people are in a position of power because of what they did, because they held us back for so fucking long. And I don't like celebrating minor fucking victories. That's just me. Give us a check on Juneteenth. Because if they're going to give you a holiday, for this guy, whatever this general was, General Ranger, George Ranger, whatever his name was, for him to give, to tell people like, yo, freedom, freedom. They're slaves. You know what I mean? Like, you got to admit that that's some fucked up shit. You got to admit that our history is fucked up. You owe us. We shouldn't even have to be fighting. We shouldn't have to be marching and protesting. None of this shit. None of this shit. But these motherfuckers, these same people lock us up. There's more black people locked up than anything. There's a lot of guns in black neighborhoods. You think that shit is like by coincidence? Who makes the shit? The same people that manufacture and pass the laws for guns to be made is the same people that give us holidays and shit like that, bro. Same people. And we use them shits on each other. We don't even see that an enemy existed. So if we talking about our ancestors and what our ancestors went through, our ancestors were dealing with a certain enemy back then. So you think that certain enemy from back then is just disappeared? No, them niggas continued. They continue building, and we're living in the shit now. Young cats was agitating in the wrong way. 13 people got shot. The police ain't do ish. Because they already know. Like, if they shooting each other, and they see that, they already like, no, look at them. See, look, we give them a fucking holiday. They don't even celebrate. They don't even, we give them a holiday. Just look at it. Our people give them a holiday and they still kill each other. Our forefathers freed them, and then later on, the descendants of the forefathers give them a holiday, and they still kill each other. They still shoot each other. These motherfuckers don't even got the nerve to point the gun at us. They ain't even got the heart. They don't even know that we're the cause of the bullshit that they're doing. They don't even know that we manufactured the guns that they're using to shoot each other. And those who live and get caught with the gun, they don't even know that we built the prison system to lock your ass up for even having that gun. Nobody ain't having these real type of conversations, man. Nervous Number says, did you see the Kendrick show? Indeed. Indeed. So let me get to another point of what Kendrick Lamar and Tupac have in common. Mustard on the beat, bitch. Mustard on the beat, ho. This is what I want y'all to. This is what I want y'all to hear. This is what I want y'all to hear real quick. I ain't gonna be on here too long.
That's so nonsense. Because this is not a new allegiance to the West Coast. I've been on the West Coast all this time. It's just because some people, not all, some people on the East Coast be on their dick so hard that they never heard me say that I'm living on the West Coast. It's just that by me keeping it real, I always said where I came from. I always gave New York big props. On Me Against the World, I took a whole song to give it up. So now on the next album, when I want to give it up from my home, where I'm at, everybody got a problem? Why didn't I have no problem with Biggie saying Brooklyn in the house every fucking show he do? Why didn't I have a problem with Bronx and Boom? They just did a Sprite commercial of The Bridge and KRS. Why is it not hip-hop when I do it? Well, I mean, goddamn. Why is it suddenly a nigga tripping when I do it? Why everybody else could have a war, have beef within the music, talk about differences, and it's okay, it's music, it's hip-hop, it's groundbreaking. When I do it, it's war. And that's all I'm doing.
And that part right there is what I feel common. That's what I feel Tupac and Kendrick Lamar have in common, was the fact that what Kendrick Lamar is doing, a lot of people, they call that shit war. You know, basically, what Kendrick Lamar did on Juneteenth, they called it causing trouble. You know what I mean? They called it what Kendrick Lamar did was him uniting a bunch of black men or whatever, a bunch of black men gangbangers and stuff like that to destroy another brother. And that's not the case, because Kendrick Lamar told you on there, like, yo, this shit is bigger than this back and forth shit between me and Drake. He said we lost a lot of lives in LA, in California, in Compton, and wherever else they live at. A lot of people died from that shit. Just colors, bro. Just fucking colors, bro. Just colors. And from what I understand, gangs were invented. Gangs were built to be the protectors of black people against the popo. I repeat, from what I've learned, from what I understand from my research, that gangs were invented or developed to be protectors of their people, to go against the popo. You watch a movie like Warriors, I think there was a movie. It's an old ass movie like Warriors, and they was about to unite. If I'm not getting this story misconstrued, that's an old movie. But even if, let's not even use the movie, they would do things to infiltrate. So they will get these people in this particular clique to body somebody in that particular clique, and that particular clique is angry, and now they want to retaliate against the clique that killed somebody in their clique, whereas it wasn't nobody in that clique that did anything. It was fake ass niggas that was working for the law enforcement, or people that was set up to do some shit. It's kind of like what that dude, what's his name, William, did to Fred Hampton. fake ass niggas who be working for the feds or the COINTELPRO or these type of people to be doing shit like that, to stop black messiahs, to stop people from uniting, to stop people from gathering. So when you see a person like Tupac, when you see what Kendrick, let me use Kendrick for example. When you see Kendrick Lamar on that stage, the music that he plays, you don't hear Kendrick Lamar saying, I shoot niggas this way and I shoot you that way and I smash girls this way and I throw my money in your face like this. And no, Kendrick is saying some real shit. And Kendrick's favorite rapper is Tupac. Kendrick is 9 years old when Tupac did To Live and Die in LA video, and Kendrick Lamar was right there. Kendrick Lamar said he had a dream that Tupac told him, I need you to carry on, to do this in your message and shit. So when you hear Kendrick Lamar does the song Not Like Us, he mentions Tupac name twice in the song Not Like Us. Twice. You think the Bay is gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? He said, you think the Bay is gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? And then he said, all eyes on me and I'ma send it up to Pac. This is how powerful, meaningful Tupac was to a lot of people. Particularly out there in the West Coast, but anybody that attached themselves, that gravitated to Tupac, like this is what we got out of that. I see Tupac as a leader to this day. I still see that. I call Tupac my leader. I still see that. I seen that. I seen it. It was destined. But when you're living in this kind of society where people, white people, literally were stopping the Black Panthers from coming up, literally throwing them people in jail for doing good things, just literally doing good things for the community, they had to stop that shit, bro. Just like Black Wall Street. When Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they was doing their thing, they literally had to just bomb them niggas to not do their thing. They don't want to see us rise. But we can work for them. They'll free you, but you better go try to make it. Because we already put the propaganda out there that you black people ain't nothing but 3/5 of human beings. So yeah, we freed you, but wherever you go, you're still gonna get treated like NIGGERS, niggas. There's a lot of hate for Pac on Facebook and Instagram. It's ridiculous. And stop being on social media. Brandon, what you mean and stop being on social media? Yeah, it's definitely a lot of hate out there, bro. It is ridiculous, bro. There's a bunch of weirdos that have developed. People that, so what Kendrick is still a conscious rapper, but what Kendrick also is a true MC, and Kendrick understands hip-hop culture, and Kendrick understands that he was in a freaking battle. He was in a battle. How does he know? Because he learned it from people like Pac, Nas, Jay-Z, Ice Cube, Common, 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Eminem, KRS-One, Kumo D, LL, Cannabis, Lauryn Hill. Anybody that battled in hip-hop, including battle rappers, that's still hip-hop. People like Loaded Lux, Murder Mook, B-Dot, Geechee Gotti, A-Verb and them. Jazz. This is still part of hip-hop. And Kendrick understood the duties of a battle rap. And Drake understood the duties of a battle rap, but he got defeated. He sounded defeated on his Heart Part 6. The beat to Heart Part 6 was fire. It was fire. The beat was fire. And I like the way Drake was flowing. But I was just like, yo, Drake sounds defeated on this shit. Especially after they probably heard Not Like Us. So after that, you know, being that Drake seemed defeated, sounded defeated, And they seen how Kendrick was just like, damn, this dude is a lyrical beast. He's sharp. I don't want to give him his props. So the only thing I can do is let me shit on Kendrick. Let me shit on everything that he do. Kendrick is a wife beater. That's what they say. Kendrick is, is best friends with a nigga that got his wife pregnant. That's what they say. Kendrick had a clown on stage that's a pedophile. That's what they say. Kendrick wouldn't be where he at if Drake didn't battle Kendrick. That's what they say. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. I was in Vegas when Tupac got shot. That summer was crazy. Revolutionary says, Tupac was a real person in real life. He used to hang at Eastmont Hall Mall on 73rd and MacArthur in Oakland, California. Salute. This is what they say. So this is what they say. A lot of these Drake fans, bro, real talk. A lot of these Drake fans, real talk. If they true Drake fans, damn. They don't understand hip hop. They don't. It's like people that are only Eminem fans. People that are only Eminem fans, they don't truly know hip hop. They just know Eminem. People that are truly Drake fans, just truly Drake fans, like Drake is their GOAT. They're number one. Like they don't give a damn that Drake had ghostwriters. They just don't care. So when we talk about a battle rap, they want to say so, but Drake had 13 number one albums. Drake is tied with Michael Jackson. Drake did 100 billion streams. Drake did this, Drake did that. But the key factor is here, you're saying all this shit. So if Drake would have won the battle, you probably wouldn't have never mentioned his accolades. You probably would never mention it. It wouldn't have really been no need to. There's no need to brag about Drake's success. We see his success. But it's the only thing that these motherfuckers need to do is admit that Drake lost. Wow, that's, Brandon, I gotta say, bro, that's a shame that you don't feel Kendrick like that. But hey, I don't understand why. People gravitate who they gravitate to, but it's a shame that you don't feel Kendrick like that, bro. It's a shame, my nigga. What is it? What is it? The braids? You don't want to fuck with me then? Okay. That's what Kendrick would probably say to you, bro. Like, okay, you don't want to fuck with me? All right, okay. You know what I mean? But it's fucked up though, bro, because Kendrick is, when niggas talk about Eminem, when people get on here and they say Eminem is the best rapper ever because the way he raps fast and the shit that they put together and shit like that. And when I hear Eminem, like, yeah, Eminem did body Jay-Z on Renegade. Oh yeah, Eminem did body Nas. I'm gonna say that. Let me repeat that. Eminem did body Nas on Nas' own shit, but nobody want to say that. But nobody don't want to say that. But Eminem bodied Nas on his own shit. EPMD 2. Check the record. Check it out. Eminem went crazy on that shit. Eric Sermon from EPMD had no idea that Nas was going to put Eric Sermon on the record. And not only that, Nas let Eminem rap that fucking long. Let him get away with it. What Eminem spit was crazy. His flow was crazy. The shit Eminem did on features was crazy. The shit that Eminem did with Rap God, Godzilla, a lot of shit. It's fucking crazy. And when you don't hear these other people rapping like that, a lot of people be like, damn, like, no, like 50 Cent, like, can't nobody fuck with, can't nobody rhyme like Eminem, can't nobody fuck with him, can't nobody. And I'm like, nigga, did you ever hear of this dude called Kendrick Lamar? So it's a shame, Brandon, that you don't feel Kendrick Lamar, bro. Because that is that man. When they bigging up Eminem to that level and saying that Eminem is better than every other motherfucking rapper because the way he spit and the way he do, Kendrick is that competition. I even hate to put this title on Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick would be the black Eminem. If there ever was one, it's Kendrick Lamar. Eminem can rap. He can spit. He's lyrical. I'll say he's versatile, but I don't think he's as versatile as Kendrick Lamar is. He just can't do that. And when you talk about soul, this nigga Kendrick Lamar, come on, son. But I ain't trying to convince you. I ain't trying to proselytize your mind. But I'm just saying, when you listen to songs, I got royalty and loyalty inside my DNA. When you hear shit like that, bro, elements. When you hear verses like Mad City, when you just hear, like, bro, that's the only thing I can say, man. That's the only thing I can say. People don't even know the real Tupac. He used to go to the Uhuru house on 82nd and Math Archer. What was at the Revolutionary? What was the Uhuru? The Uhuru means get freedom or get free. What was the Uhuru house on 82nd and MacArthur? Who was there? So going back to what I was saying, Drake fans, bro. If they only see Drake as the GOAT, if you only see Drake as the GOAT, because let's keep it real, GOAT means greatest of all time. That's what GOAT means, greatest of all time. So if that's it, you only give it to Drake, you don't care about the history before that? You don't care about who Drake get his inspiration from? You don't give a fuck about none of that shit? You don't give a fuck about the foundation of hip-hop? Fuck out of here. I can't, no. Kendrick Lamar cares about hip-hop. He knows it. That shit he displayed on stage was some real hip-hop shit. People ain't seen that type of gathering in a long time. That shit used to go down like that in the 90s. Now, to answer that brother, I don't know if he's still on here. Nervous. Nervous, what's his name? Nervous. Leave a comment if you're still here, bro. Madman 90 was in the building. Nervous Numbers. Leave a comment if you're still here. He said Future is the GOAT forever. So, I'm about to end this off in a few minutes. So, one thing, like I said, man, the one thing that Kendrick got in common with Tupac is, like, when they looked at the shit that Tupac did, they didn't want to give Tupac his props. You know what I'm saying? They look at it like nah, that ain't gonna work. But what Biggie did and what everybody else was doing, that shit worked. But when you do it, Tupac, nah, you starting trouble. That shit is war. When Kendrick Lamar do it, like, nah, you overkill. You know what I mean? You doing Drake dirty. Like, all this is foul, man. This is foul what you doing. Like, nah, you calling Drake a pedophile? You doing all this shit? Nah, Kendrick, you foul, bro. You ain't keeping it hip hop. You ain't nah, man. You are personally attacking this dude. You lying on this dude. You doing this. You doing that. That's what they say about Kendrick. And when you try to defend Kendrick or whatever, and you try to show people logic, they don't understand logic, bro. Only thing they understand is you hurting Drake. That's the only thing they understand is you hurting Drake. When people disrespect Tupac, and then I go after certain people or I make videos about that shit, I bring motherfuckers logic, bro. A motherfucker got to be logical when dealing with me. I am definitely not the most educated person in the world. In fact, I feel like I ain't even that smart. I can articulate myself very well to an extent. Unlike there's other people who just, I'm amazed how the way people articulate themselves. But if I practice, if I read more and I studied more, and I got, I became more of a sociable to other people and stuff like that, and I started studying different languages. Put it like this, if I applied myself, Smokey, if I really applied myself, I'd be a motherfucker. But there's a lot going on. You know what I mean? People tired of Drake. All he rap about is sex. Uhuru House in Oakland, California, on the 82nd and MacArthur got Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, Marcus Garvey on the walls, was the place where Huey P. Newton gave his last speech. That's dope. That's dope right there to know. So that's basically what I wanted to say, man. And I don't know, man. I don't know. The Drake fans I've come across, they say illogical things, man. They say irrational things. They say things that just is just mindless. It just doesn't make sense. I'll just be like, wow, like, yo, y'all really serious about this shit? Like, this is like, this is a doomed fucking generation. This is a doomed fucking generation as it relates to hip hop. Like, can we even get hip hop back to where it need to be with these kind of people existing that being antagonists to people that's trying to be logical? Like, you fight every fucking thing. You nitpick every fucking thing, and it amazes me how many people are actually following that bullshit. Like somebody said, they sheep. It amazes me how people actually follow that shit and follow those fucking narratives, bro. It amazes me, just like with the Tupac hate, like the way people constantly just shit on Tupac the way they do. Real talk, man. But it seemed like it's 29 people in here. There ain't nobody really saying nothing, so I'm about to get ready to get out of here, man. I probably bored y'all to death, upset y'all. Shit, I'm 51 years old, man. I got to stand on my own, have my own perspective, my own opinion about certain shit. And I just wanted to come on here and just say this shit and get this shit out my system one little time. You know, maybe in the future, I'll listen to this shit back and be like, wow, yo, I'm glad I did that, because the shit that I be seeing online on social media, like, this shit is bugged out, bro. People are bugged the fuck out, man.